Hey everyone, welcome back to some more Let's Play Deus Ex Shifted with me, your host Tim. And I've managed to get a hold of Alex Jacobson's password. It's located on his login in that one email we had seen. So this gives us an excuse to, an opportunity to log into his own terminal here, which contains the other logins and passwords without having to hack it. Let's go ahead and give this a shot. So everyone here has the same login format of your first name's first initial, and then your entire last name, all together as one word. So, Alex Jacobson. And his password, from what I could see, was Calvo. Let's give this a shot. Cool. And now we can read his email, which you probably should never be doing, ever. And if we're caught, we'll probably be fired, terminated, and maybe even eliminated, because this is a top-secret facility for UNATCO, the anti-terrorism coalition. But we're here now. Let's go ahead and read this. Hey man, get your optical jack fixed yet? You've got to check out the Strike 4 demo. He gives a link to it. Whole motor control, total visual oculation. Man, fireballs burn your face. Walls hurt when you hit them. Tactile textures everywhere. Volumetric humidity. What are you waiting for? Don't give me that national security crap. Jack in so I can whoop your ass. Oh wow. So this is about a video game. Imagine a game where you could actually feel things when, you can feel the heat on your face, and you can feel a bullet smacking you. Wow. Wow. Man, I don't know if I'd be comfortable playing a game where a shock rifle could simply give me, and I'd feel some pain because of that. Oh man, that'd be quite a different experience, that's for sure. Network security. So this is the email which I was able to see this at the very bottom. It took me 3 tries to get it though. Thank you for keeping me informed of the recent hacker activity and your speedy response to same. I'm glad our security efforts are up to snuff. That was from Jay Manderley. I managed to stop the guys, actually with some French chick the CIA's been watching, perhaps a silhouette spy, trying to break into the net, but I took the liberty of changing some passwords just in case. Here are the new ones. And Navarra, Gunther Herman, Jay Manderley, Janice Reed, Jamie Reyes, Sam Carter, and himself, as well as all their passwords. You should probably delete this as soon as you're done reading, okay? Yes, and Mr. Jacobson, you should never send someone's passwords to them this way. So, I work with computers, and I work for a government agency, and we never send passwords over email, ever. You never do this, ever. If you want to give someone a password, you write it on a piece of paper, you bring it to them. After they've gotten used to it, it gets then deleted or scrapped. You tear it up, you eat it, whatever it is that you do. You don't just send it over the email. This email can be cracked, as you're seeing here. Okay, I'm going to quickly write these down now that we've seen these, and I'll be right back, everyone. Hey, everyone. Okay, we're back. So we've got everyone's logins and passwords now in our emails. So that didn't take too long to do. Let's see if we can read anyone else's emails while we're here. Actually, let's hack in. This will show me who else has access to this terminal, or rather who Alex Jacobson can become. JCD, J. Rees, Alex. Okay, gotcha. Let's log out. So everyone but Miss Reeds, it looks like. So if we become J. Reyes, that's Amigo. Cool. From Gunther Herman, Bad Knee. Dr. Reyes, welcome. UNATCO is having a need of a good surgeon. Which, let me add, I have a big pain in my knee. Sticking actuator. I can't fix it no matter how much lubricant. Please inform when an appointment can be made available. Gunther Herman. Med Directorate, nano-augmentation briefing. 2C briefing. This must be something above my clearance level. As a medical specialist, you will be required to repair and modify the systems of our nano-augmented agents. This briefing is intended merely as an introduction to the technology. The cells of every major tissue in the body of a nano-augmented agent are host to nanocapsid hybrids. These hybrids replicate in 2 stages: the viral stage, in which the host cell produces capsid proteins and packages them into hollowed viral particles, and the nanotech stage, in which the receiver, transmitter, and CPU are duplicated and inserted into the protective viral coating. New RNA sequences are transmitted by microwave and translated into plasmid vectors, resulting in a wholly natural and organic process. Additional augmentations can be added through the use of microscopic raw modules shaped a little like flying saucers that diffuse through the blood and attach to the long spine of nanite CPUs. These additional augmentations are software upgrades in the most literal sense of the word. We hope this report gets you started. You will find a full technical design document attached. Please read and thoroughly understand this information so that you will be better qualified to administer care to this most exciting new breed of augmented human agent. Huh. I think around here these days... So it's December 12th, 2016. I think they're talking about... What are they talking about? DNA splicing at the moment? Being able to remove parts of your... Oh, gene splicing. Removing parts of a bad sequence of genes, replacing them with a good sequence in order to eliminate diseases and what have you now. This is amazing that we're able to even consider doing things like this. Well, who knows? Maybe we'll be doing nanomachine upgrades in the future. That'll be something else, definitely. Let's try Jay Manderley and see what our boss is up to. Here's the Skullgun email Mr. Herman sent out. WS to Jay Manderley, our little experiment. And Navarra also got a copy of this. Should be arriving soon. Clear it to Domination 5F Ops as soon as possible, but proceed with caution. We have serious concerns about the primary unit, and would like to avoid any potential contamination. I didn't see Mr. Carter here. See him? Carter? Antique. No, okay, so we can't log in as him here. We have those for the future. We will now be... So, we will return here after missions in order to get new objectives. Yeah, and more debriefings, more medical checkups, and see how well we're holding up. And now that we're done with said checkups, and we have our equipment, which we promptly threw away, we are now ready to go upstairs and see what our new mission is. I also don't think we visited our own room yet, so we should definitely be doing that. So first, let's stop in here again. Hello, Miss Reed.
They're waiting for you, Agent. Go on in.
Thank you. It's my brother and Mr. Manderley. Looks like they're having a staring contest at the moment.
That will be JC's job.
What's that? Power station. The NSF have Ambrosia in a warehouse protected by cameras and booby traps. We want to power down the whole system.
We're taking one illicit generating plant, protected by weak groups of NSF. Knock out that plant, and Paul's team can walk right into the warehouse.
Just tell me where it is. The NSF are openly resisting our deployed forces, gradually falling back. You'll have to deal with them first.
And you be ready, Paul. When the power drops, go in and go in hard.
I'll use my discretion.
Go in like the U.S. Marshals. We lose the vaccine, I'm sending your butt to the mayor to explain why he and his 3 daughters won't get their pills this month.
Yes, sir. Let's not waste any time, JC. Get down to the dock. A boat is waiting to take you and your partner, Anna Navarro, to shore.
Yes, get moving. Here's your op bonus for the great job you did in the statue, plus 250 for rescuing Agent Herman. That's 1,250. We take care of our people around here.
Thank you, sir. We'll meet up in the city.
Okay.
You'll come to admire your partner. She's one of our best.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Manderley. Seems a bit weird to get paid that way. I would imagine we would normally have gotten payment, like, per month, but I don't know. I've never worked in special operations before or anything like that. Miss Reed?
Good luck.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about being paid like that. Someone could withhold payment for me completely, I suppose. Here's our office.
You found your office. Did Janice give you your login? Yes, I see here that she did.
Okay, well, nothing underneath this. Let's go ahead and log in. JCD Bionic Man. From Jamie Rays. Hey, Tim. Guess I'll have to get used to calling you JC around the office. Not sure where they came up with that, but at least they gave you the same last codename as your brother. Anyways, whatever they're calling you, it's good to see a familiar face on the roster. My first job here has been to read up on your augmentations. I'm beginning to see why you found classes so easy. Every neuron in your head has been augmented. For example, the voice in your head from an operator, someone here at HQ able to handle the scanning equipment in your skull and broadcast advice over your infolink, leaps fully formed right into your temporal lobe, bypassing the eardrum and its sensory neurons. And it's perfectly inaudible to everyone around you, of course. Not to mention that the nanites clinging to your axons can both receive and transmit symbolic information. So if you ever need help, don't sweat it. Someone at HQ probably already knows. Come by if you want to hear more. This is great stuff. Jamie. We have the email that was sent out to everyone regarding our mechanical augmented agents. And now we have one to us. Nano-augmentation stressors. Nano-augmented agents will often encounter stress created by resentment among fellow agents, particularly those who have been mechanically augmented. In an effort to secure freedom and liberty for those under their protection, many UNACO agents have chosen to sacrifice social acceptance for mission performance by surgically replacing limbs and organs with mechanically or electronically enhanced equivalents. But your nano-augmentations point the way to the future. Thousands of microscopic living organic machines that exist in symbiosis with your body. Because such augmentations create only minimal disfigurement, they are likely to be a source of friction between you and other mechanically augmented agents. But it is important to understand that UNACO is an organization where individuals must act in concert. Each is important to the whole, and mutual understanding is essential to teams comprised of diverse human and augmented agents. Well, this is just common sense. We all have to work together. We're part of a team, an organization. We should be getting along with each other. Don't rub in how superior you might be, or how superior someone else is not. Don't do that. That's just common sense. If you have any further questions or wish to discuss these issues, please feel free to send an email to Carver Echelles to make an appointment. And welcome to UNACO Agent. Alright, so this is more orientation training. Who else can we log into? Whose account can we log into here? Let's find out. Miss Reed. Mr. Manderly. Okay, we can log in though as Miss Reed here. Let's give that a try. So J. Reed. Red shoes. From Anonymous. Nobody cares. Was nationalizing industry. Michelle. M. Darwin wrote, I just read that government regulators have nationalized a third airline this month. And the story was buried on the 6th page of the Times. Wow! I can't imagine the government actually coming in and owning airlines. On one hand, that would make it easier to pass tests, but on the other hand, I wouldn't trust that the tests would be being done properly. No one seems to care that Uncle Sam is gradually taking control of every means of public transportation. The FAA claims that the airline's management botched the safety records. Lies, lies! Have any of these records been made public? Do they even exist? Rule by executive order is the norm. Goodbye due process. I would be very worried about... Wow, holy crap, I'd be very worried about conflicts of interest happening if the government actually owned actual air transportation in the forms of airlines. If they actually purchased, like, American Airlines or the like, that'd be very interesting. Of course, I suppose the other way around, bribes could still be spent to have the airlines pass tests or what have you. Yeah, there are rigorous tests that have to be done in order to have tests for like sense and avoid systems to be passed, or new taxi airways added to the skies or what have you. Lots of training has to be done. Impact studies need to be completed to make sure all this works properly. It's a lot of work. I can understand someone's panic about this. Let's see. What you have to remember is that we the people are members of a republic, and you must learn to trust those that you choose to represent you. The government is not a heartless machine running our lives. It is comprised of people just like you, who deserve our trust and respect. Well, that's true too, right? So something to keep in the back of your head is that people are doing what they feel are best, and that the government isn't just a mindless machine. It does have rules and regulations it follows, and it's supposed to have people's best interest at heart. But I'm worried about the government abusing power. This isn't really an answer to that person either. So Miss Reed's response looks like it's just rhetoric. Actually, no, this is the response she got. Is that right? From Michelle? Well, anyway, whoever's responding with this bit as opposed to the beginning part, I would be very interested in seeing such records made to the public, because that would be the best way to figure out what actually happened, is reading it, as opposed to just this rhetoric. I wouldn't trust that whatsoever. Wow, that's fascinating. I've never read that before. I don't remember it. Again, I've beaten this game once, long ago, and the beginning part several times, but I don't remember that at all. It looked like we could log in as Mr. Gunther here, but I don't think we could log in as Anna Navarra. Anna Navarra? Spec? No, we can't log in to her account here. I'm going to pause and come back really quick, everyone. Alright, there we go. Just wanted to say what I've done so far. I've been having sound issues, and I'd hate to have to redo everything I've done if the game crashes or what have you. So we now have a UNACO handbook. Welcome to UNACO. Classification. The UN has 9 levels of security above top secret. This manual and all material that is not otherwise marked is classified as Angel 0A. If you are not Angel 0A or above, report immediately to your supervisor or face disciplinary action. Other classifications will be explained upon reaching higher clearance. That's an interesting threat right at the beginning. First off, the book has no idea who you are or if you're reading it. And next, you may have found the book, and it should have told you not to read it and bring it to some place instead. In its efforts to combat terrorism, the UN has created UNACO for the swift deployment of a coordinated force to counteract any insurgent operations. You are justifiably proud to be part of this organization. Your physical capabilities place you within the upper 1% of national ground combat units, while your mental capabilities have been honed to sharpness by the UNACO Academy. But as part of the larger organization, you also understand the necessity to heed orders from your superiors without hesitation. Your superiors are typically briefed on matters for which you may not be cleared, and hesitation on the part of an agent can result in serious impairment of mission objectives and attendant casualties. UNACO has faith in you, and this faith will be rewarded in due time as your operational capacities are increased. Brave the darkness, for you carry the torch of freedom. Now, some of this reads as propaganda, that last part in particular, which I'm always skeptical on when I read cheerleading like that. I'm also a little nervous about just blindly following orders from your superiors. On one hand, I recognize that's required to make an efficient, self-functioning military. You need that, because you can't have people questioning it every decision. You have that line of command. On the other hand, I would imagine you would need to still consider a situation before you follow someone's orders, like murdering someone in cold blood, just deleting tons of files which might point to corruption or concerns people might have with an organization, and you're being told to delete them, for example, just to make sure they can't be tracked. That sort of stuff, I wouldn't just blindly follow orders for that. UNACO Handbook, UNACO and the Public. In carrying out their duties, UNACO agents often come in contact with the public. You are a peacekeeper, and your first objective is to safeguard human life. Though terrorists may see an advantage in harming civilians, UNACO agents do not. Issue a warning before firing at a suspect, and always instruct bystanders to get down on the ground. Refrain from firing into large crowds. Every civilian hurt is collateral damage. However, keep in mind that no civilian with a clearance below Angel 0A should be trusted and may be a potential spy. Anyone can be a spy, and secrecy is our ally. Remember, we're all in this together. That just, again, makes common sense. Don't shoot innocent civilians. Ever. I don't really have anything else to add to that one. Interesting that they also hint that it might be okay if you suspect they're a spy. That's interesting.
Hell of a first day.
I'll completely agree. Looks like no one really minds if we just pick the doors and go in. Oh, he wasn't even around. That's perfect. Midnight Sun. U.S. Prez sells out. New York. President Philip Riley Meade's executive order repaying the United States' debt to the United Nations is viewed by many as a positive step towards global peace, but others sense darker motives at work. Some sources have privately commented that the order is nothing more than a tactic endorsement of a new world government and its private military, the United Nations Anti-Terrorist Coalition, UNACO. Well, we have read some documents just down at my desk that make it sound like we're part of a private military, but we're just an organized force, an organized armed force, so it's all going to sound the same. Few can forget Meade's impassioned declaration that the shattered Statue of Liberty would not be repaired, but instead stand as a reminder that terrorism must be eradicated if we are to be free. Huh. Yeah, I can see that as an emotional response to have people forever be thinking of this and that we're doing the right thing. It was shortly thereafter that the Liberty Island was selected as the location of UNACO headquarters, their dubious charter highlighted by the mysterious and still largely unexplained circumstances behind the statue bombing. Oh, I guess there wasn't enough information to pinpoint the actual bombing on someone? No doubt President Meade's words will be remembered, even as he sells out his country to the foreign powers that have sought to destroy it for nearly 3 centuries. Joe Green, senior staff writer. Well, there's some weasel words in this. Their dubious charter. I'd like to have read their charter. Mysterious and largely unexplained circumstances during the statue bombing. Huh. I'm not sure. Wow, if you can't... Let's move on. I don't want to think too much about that. There's a lot of questions as to who on earth do you trust if suddenly everyone's lying to you. I guess then you don't trust anyone. So we have another weapon modification accuracy. We're going to attach this to our pistol, making it a little more accurate. The tranquilizer gun will be one I plan to use while sniping enemies from a distance. The pistol is the weapon that I plan to use while engaged enemies in a firefight. In which case, I want better accuracy on the pistol because I'll be moving while firing at the same time. UNACO Handbook, UNACO in the Press. Because UNACO will often deal with situations that cannot easily be contained, agents may, unfortunately, need to interact with the press. If you are not trained for such interaction, do not speak with journalists regardless of nationality. They are skilled in misdirection and propaganda. Refuse comment. Remember, security procedures are our first line of defense. Secrets are lives. Always refer reporters at crime scenes to UNACO information officers and fact management teams. Fact management teams. That's an interesting statement. However, I can understand that military and police would not necessarily want to give all the information out because it may hurt whatever investigation they have ongoing. Today's world, it certainly seems that, well, it seems like a lot of our press is cheerleading and propaganda on every side imaginable. You want to go right or left? Because that's all we've got. We don't seem to have a lot of neutrality any longer. Hello, Nano Key. So I can understand that completely, as different sides hide and lie and manipulate or distort things for their own side. Okay, so we can't lock this door, but we now have the key, the nano key, to open these doors in the future. And we will be coming back here, and now we no longer will need lockpicks to open these
Didn't know
doors.
the NSF had so many people in New York.
Well, they are a terrorist organization, so they probably have cells all over the place. Sympathetic people working with them. Shame, violence is never the answer. Or rarely the answer.
Wish I was going with you.
It's okay, soldier. We'll probably go together in the future, I would imagine. Heal 0 health points. We got no personnel. That's right, this is still the first day. Like, literally, the only time that has elapsed since we did our first mission has been the time we've spent in here. About another 40 minutes or so. Alright, time to go off to Battery Park. I don't think I've actually been to Battery Park in real life. I know it exists, but I have not been there.
Good luck out there. Man, 2 Dentons in the field. The NSF won't know what hit them.
They definitely will not. There's a gentleman who's selling equipment.
Minimum force won't work in the city. You better take some hardware.
I don't really need anything he's got. I don't need a scope because I've got the scope on my tranquilizer gun. I won't need it on the pistol. I don't need ammunition. And I won't... Oh, we could take the tranquilizer darts. Let's take the darts.
Here's 60 for the tranquilizer darts.
So much for that minimum force approach.
They're tranquilizer darts. They are exactly minimum force approach, not bullets or normal darts. Check all my weapons, make sure we're all ammoed up. We actually have some lot of ammo now. Man, this left everyone on the ground here. I guess they're waiting for... what, an ambulance to show up?
Good luck, Agent.
I'm surprised there isn't something like that actually here to dispose of the bodies. Love the music to this game as well. UNACO HQ, New York, Liberty Island. Oh, I left the box? Oh, that's right, there's a secret here, everyone, as well. Do you see this right here? Yep, this is a door. You can blow it open with a single box of TNT, which you can get from over there. Or you can also use a lockpick, and you'll find a medical bot in there. Oh, hey! A gas grenade. Nice. That's 2 for them. 4 of them total. Alright, everyone. Let's head on out to the boat. In which case, I'm going to compress files down, but we'll be right back. I'm gonna roll this into the next session. Oh, yeah. I guess got chills. Do you see this? I believe this is the New York skyline. However, I don't know if I mentioned it earlier, the Twin Towers are not a part of this skyline, which will make sense to you if you're watching this now. But this game was made in the year 2000. The towers had not been destroyed at that point. There was quite a good deal of conversation which occurred at that about this game when that happened. I forget the reasons at the moment why they decided not to add the Twin Towers.
The boat's ready.
Is that a fish? Oh, I saw some fish down there. Realistic birds. Seagulls always annoying. I'm surprised they're out here at night, though. I don't tend to see seagulls flying around at night. Alright, let's get on over there.
Let's head out.
It's an amazing looking boat.
Alright, let's go. The terrorists are in a fighting retreat. A few have barricaded themselves inside Castle Clinton.
Lead the way.
Our orders are to locate a barrel of ambrosia they are hiding inside. I will give you a schematic of the barrel, but first we will exterminate the NSF terrorists.
Exterminate?
A precious opportunity we cannot neglect.
What about the rest of the shipment?
That is your brother's assignment. You will take the subway to meet him in Hill's Kitchen. But first, we should deal with Castle Clinton.
Are we going in the front, or is there another way?
A secondary entrance would be useful, but I am aware of no such thing.
There she goes. Gets to start her assassination run. We're gonna stop here, everyone. I'll be right back. I just want to compress some files down. See you in a few seconds. Okay, everyone. We're all done compressing files. Let's explore the dock area together. Hello, to one.
I'm starving. Do you have anything to eat?
You have a candy bar.
All I have is a candy bar.
Don't matter. I just need something in my stomach so I can fall asleep.
There you go. Do you have a place to stay?
I sleep out on the dock where they unload the speedboats.
Speedboats? Is that how the NSF get their supplies?
I don't know. They're always coming in and out of the tunnel behind the soda machine.
Interesting.
I spy on them from the crates. The code is 9183.
Clever boy.
Thanks for the snack, mister.
It's the least I can do.
Awesome. Hey! We have information about some stuff in Battery Park now, so let's go ahead and... Battery Park. Passcodes, pins, and email logins. That was really handy. Thank goodness he was walking around here, and thank goodness we had a candy bar with us. Behind the vending machine. So it's probably behind this. Oh, here we go. Okay, so let's pick this lock. Behind here should be the pin code, I guess. The pin? The security keypad. Okay.
Looks like these tunnels head toward Castle Clinton. I can't find them on the map, though.
This is quite a setup that they have in here. They have their own little enclosed dock. A secret passage, nonetheless. And I hear a camera somewhere around here, so they've been set up for a while. That was a nano tool, electric cell, and 2 flares. Let's explore this water area. There was some bullets in there, and that was it. You have to be careful. The enemy can hear my footsteps. They'll know it's not one of their own footsteps, which is a little weird. But there you have it. This looks like the floor I'm hearing people walk on down there, that metal floor. So we're going to stay here for just a few seconds and see if we see a patrol. As cool as the music is in this game, it is... I guess I could lower it even more so I can hear what's going on around me. I need to be able to hear the footsteps. The moment I move now, there's going to be a patrol in the way. I just know it. Okay, so let's think of some stuff to talk about. So, yeah, it looks like they've had this area under their control for a while. Unless, well, I guess it could have belonged to someone, and they just moved in and kicked out or murdered people who used to be living here to have all this security system in place. Because I hear the cameras. I guess it wouldn't take too long to set up security cameras in this area, but a secret passage behind a vending machine? That strikes me as taking quite a bit of time. Looks like he maybe makes a circuit, like a circle around this area. Let's wait and watch a few more seconds to see if he walks back. Okay, perfect. Oh, wow. Yep, there's a gun turret here. And an alarm button as well, so... The camera, we can go right under that. Now this part's a little tricky, which is why I did the quick save. Because if you fall, you'll make sound. Stick to the vents as a good stealth person. A lot of crawling around in this game. Gun, pepper cartridge, 18, a nano key, and 10 bullets. In the body, I hear another camera. Is that camera? I saw a sentry gun. Yes. Yep. Turret as well. Yeah, the cameras in this game are very, very, how should I say, sensitive. You walk into their line of sight at all, they will begin trying to alert their companions. Okay, once it begins turning the other direction, we'll make our move. Oh my goodness. Just wait a few seconds. Once it's not flashing red at you, it forgets. It's a very interesting way for a camera to work. Crawl right under it though. Now, I would love to be able to disable that, so we can use this box. Maybe. Awesome. Oh, hello, a bioelectric cell. Really use that, don't I? Cool. And I think there's a secret right over here, too. Careful, I heard footsteps. They'll hear me jump and fail to get onto the crate. Nice, a credit check, $100. And a med kit. Okay, we're doing well. Let's keep exploring this area. I don't know why all heroes in these games have to wear like metal boots with themselves when they go places. I'd put some soft leather boots. Super soft. Oh, another gun turret. Oh, wow. Good thing the camera didn't see us. If we tried running in here to avoid that gun turret, this one would have just turned around and got us. Here's the Ambrosia.
Objective complete. Agent Navarre will describe your next assignment and stay behind to protect the Ambrosia. Look for her out front.
First thing we're going to do is explore the water area. I don't see anything in here. Yeah, nothing here. Oh, hello. But there is an area overlooking this. Let's see if there's any other terrorists up in this area. This should be the area we just saw. A single lockpick will get us in, so sure, let's do this. Out of lockpicks. Wow, they have indeed set up shop here. Keys to the doors of the kiosk added to nano key ring. This one's locked. Do I have a key to open this? We do. We did grab a nano key from the one guy we knocked out. Maybe that was the key that opened this thing. Oh, hello. An augmentation canister. Commander Garibaldi, we liberated 2 canisters of this stuff along with the ambrosia during the Liberty Island raid, but none of our people are quite sure what it is or what to do with it. Possibly a biological or chemical agent, but without the proper people and equipment, there's no way to tell. Lebedev suggested we keep one of the canisters and a barrel of ambrosia here as a contingency. The rest was shipped out to the airfield an hour ago. Makes it sound like they're trying to fly the ambrosia vaccine somewhere. Can we hack into this? Oh, we can. I don't think you are unable to hack into any location. You always have that option. Cycle tunnel doors and emails. No emails to read. Medkit. And I don't suppose this is still NSF 001 with Smash the State. No. Oh, we have our hacking skill, which will allow us to see what this contains. Probably just, this is the cameras and gun turret control, in which case we can just turn off the cameras. Yep. Camera's off. We can't stay logged in for too long or we'll set up the alarms.
You're inside the kiosk of Castle Clinton. The bulk of the NSF troops must have gone through here to get underground.
We have a key, but this we do. Hello, is that a hostage? Are you a hostage, little boy?
You a cop?
UNATCO agent. How does a little boy get mixed up with the NSF?
I just wanted to find some food, but they didn't have any. And then they started shooting at the police. Got some?
Some police? I have a candy bar.
Want this candy bar?
You're cool.
Glad I could help.
Hey, I bet I can help you.
Yeah?
The soldiers have secret tunnels. They take boxes into the tunnel under the fort, but they never bring them back out.
What kind of boxes?
Steel. Big ones.
Thanks. Maybe I'll check that out.
Nice. And a locked chest, so that can stay here, and we'll sneak our way back through the tunnels. Alright. Mission, I guess, first objective completed. We found the container of ambrosia. Now we just need to sneak back. So I'd like that one guard to leave this area. I know he's patrolling. That'll let me search that table really quick as well. Here he comes. Okay, he's leaving. 7.62 ammo. I believe that's for the assault rifle. I actually seem to remember this one guard right here, the one we just saw walk away. I think he has a flamethrower as a weapon, which is a pretty good instant kill JC Denton weapon for him to have. Also very glad for whoever put these vents in here. Alright, mission completed. First of hopefully, well, actually this is more like the third of many. Thank you, kid.
That was good.
Oh, Josh. Thank you, Josh, very much for that help. Now we can talk to Anna Navarra and let her know that there is no reason to attack NSF because we have already diffused that situation. Oh, actually, we should check this water area as well. So let's check the docks over here. I think there might be a secret or two in this area. As well. Hello.
You were too gentle with the NSF, but I cannot complain. You completed the objective. At least you are not a coward like Paul.
I'm learning as I go.
You just passed Lesson 1. Lesson 2 is how we deal with the terrorists in the subway station.
I'm ready.
The terrorists have wired the platform with explosives and put in hostages. Get the hostages out if you can, but make sure the NSF learn that human shields will not work against UNATCO.
Nothing we can't handle with a few EMP grenades.
We are thinking the same thought. I will equip you with 2 grenades. They will disable any electronic detonators within a radius of 20 meters.
Oh, thank you, Anna Navarra.
Your brother Paul has gotten our troops into another mess.
I can see she's a fan of Paul. Yeah, it's weird. It's very weird. How the players bounce up against the invisible wall there. Nice. And we have a medkit, sling, and hopefully a lockpick. And we do. Wonderful. Oh, and we should move that lockpick to where this is. And what one is this one, by the way, we picked up? Aqua Lung and Environmental Resistance. Take a better look at them when it comes time to take those upgrades to take. We need to find a medical. Well, that's weird. We need to find a medical bot to install them.
Paul has his units scattered and pinned down by heavy resistance in Hill's kitchen.
Well, to be fair, we're not gods. I think we're just good, very good at what we do. We also should put the lockpick up here. I think this is probably a safe time now to finish this session altogether. United States Navy. Oh wow, these are all the people who have died during some war or some event. I've never been to actual Battery Park, so I don't know what this represents. Hopefully there's a sign that tells us what this is. I'm guessing that will be it right up ahead. But we'll stop here, everyone, and thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Take care.